And with Scott Graft of Energy Men, your home comfort heroes. And Scott, I know insulation is something that most people don't really think about much until they're feeling really cold and wondering why. They're spending a lot on heat and it's still not quite comfortable. Can you elaborate on some of the other things that people should think about when it comes to insulation?
Well, one thing I think is very critical in terms of insulation performance, and that is air will travel through most types of insulation that are out there today. We always inevitably find that insulation has had a great deal of air passing through it, which means that the heat energy that insulation is supposed to prevent from passing is actually going through the insulation. So one of our recommendations in most people's homes is to air seal, which inevitably trumps insulation.
And what do you do to measure the actual impact of the work that you do?
We actually do a test which is called a blower door test. We depressurize the entire home, which is the equivalent of a 20-mile-an-hour wind hitting all of the surfaces, the exterior surfaces of the house at one time. That creates a depressurization that we can actually, with an infrared camera, detect every single nook and cranny, even in places like attics and crawl spaces, that air is infiltrating or coming in. That means that in the heating season, when you're actually running your furnace and wanting to stay warm in the house, if you've got penetrations through your attic that go through the roof, which is typically ventilated, that means that you're trying to heat the great outdoors, which is always a losing proposition, even if you've got a gigantic furnace.